What's going on, y'all? Straight to the point. Back at y'all with another one. Please hit the like, sub to the channel. Also hit them notifications as well, all right? Salute to the whole entire Lions Den, basketball and boxing communities. We're not. I am going to talk about some boxing, though. I'm going to talk about that later on. Um, because I got some things that I gotta say. Salute, Ted. What's up, man? Yeah, you was MIA last night, man. We had a good one. We was talking about Angel Reese, talking about Ari Spears and the capping he was doing, and then also talking about Ant-Man. But I'm glad you showed up though, because I told y'all. Okay, and this is not a good sign. Steven, man, what's up, man? This is not a good sign for us. Not a good sign. Now, it doesn't look to be too serious. It's not one of those real sporadic injuries like, like, of course, like what he had a few years back, or nothing crazy. But somebody did always tell me though that with the type of injury that both, like, Sean Livingston and Gordon Hayward and uh, Paul George, the type of injuries that they suffered, their lower extremity is not gonna be. You're gonna get those more likely than more often than none. They're always gonna receive those knick-knack type of injuries. You know what I'm saying? And see, what he was doing is he was coming back on drop coverage kind of, and he put his leg back, and unfortunately, uh, nah, man, that was a hyperextension, a hyperextension. That's that's that could be more lethal than and especially when you talk about the knee. Nah, man. Depending on, hopefully there's no damage. I mean, of course, uh he's had a problem really with his, with, like, the ankle. I think he has had trouble, with his knee or whatever. I want to say he's had trouble with his shoulder too as well. I have to go back and look. He's just beat up everywhere. What's up with it, the real? But I'm not gonna hit the panic button. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm gonna say is this isn't a good sign. Us starting to, because as I told you yesterday, what the Sixers are planning to do, and I don't know if you know about this, Stephen. What we're planning to do with Joel Embiid is we're going to be low managing Joel Embiid, and he's not going to be playing back-to-back games this season, so that way he could be fresh for the playoffs. He's not going to play a lot of home games, but we're still going to try to keep him for that 65 game minimum, because I really do think that it is stupid for us to for the NBA to be having an in-season tournament. Them doing like a soccer format, but it doesn't. To me, it doesn't make any sense, because you do put your players at risk. So I think it's a good idea. At first, I was like, "What are they doing?" But Nick Nurse and Daryl Morey, they want, and Joel Embiid, they want him to be 100% for the playoffs. And hey, I'm all for it. We haven't had a 100% Joel Embiid in the playoffs yet. So, Ted, I know you root for Paul George. You know what I'm saying? I root for him too, but with stuff like this, man, this isn't good, man. Especially in the preseason. Now, stuff happens. Don't get me wrong, stuff happens, man. But going forward, man, we gotta have you. We signed you to listen. The Sixers were already skeptical about signing you to a max deal because of this. No. Hey, but listen, no. Hey, Steven, no, it's not a bad idea. Let me tell you why. I agree with it. I actually agree with it. Let me tell you why, okay? Joel Embiid was already going to miss time in the season anyways for injury because he's injury prone. Let's just call it what it is. Joel Embiid is injury prone. Okay, you got players that are durable. LeBron, he's durable. Anthony Edwards, he's durable. Jokic, he's durable. SGA, durable. Okay, those guys are durable. Matter of fact, Anthony Edwards, you know how many games Anthony Edwards played last season? As much shit as y'all talk about him, guess how many games he played? He played 79 games. Only missed 3 games. That's durable. That's durability. Nah, he played 79. Played 79 games. But that's close to it. I mean, when you talk about MJ, you go look at the games played, you'll see 82, 81, 78, 82, 81, only with the exception of the time that he broke his ankle. Durable, man. And Joel Embiid is just injury prone. So if we load manage Joel Embiid, what that does is that gives Tyrese Maxey an opportunity to go ahead and flourish and flex his muscle. What they wanted to do is they want to play Tyrese Maxey with the other guys so that he could get accustomed to those guys, because when you look at Tyrese Maxey and you look at Drummond, like they play at a fast pace, and in order to keep up with Boston and Indiana, because they play at a fast pace, in order to keep up with like Orlando, if you want to beat New York, you have to play at a fast pace, man. What's up, Alex? I see you in here, man. You have to play at a fast pace. And so, this isn't a good sign going forward. I'm hoping that he bounces back, because I like the way Paul George has been playing, though. I'm not going to sit up here and cap. I mean, he put up 23 in his first, I think it was 23 points. I think he had 23 points, if I'm not mistaken, in his first preseason game. So, but you got to think about it, man. At that position, man, you got to think about who you're going to be guarding, man. You said we need more big. Well, no, we got Andre Drummond. We got Andre Drummond. We got Gershon. Gershon could play multiple positions. The dude from France that dunked on LeBron. Gershon is like 6'8", 6'9", but he could slide in there. Listen, this is what you got to understand. We're not trying to slow things up, Ted. And listen, I looked at Zach Edey last night. I don't have it in the title, but Matt Moses, I hope you come up in here today. I hope you're listening. Zach Edey annihilated last night. just completely destroyed them. Yeah, we had just drafted him along with McCain, but we also have Gershon. Gershon can stretch the floor. Gershon can run. He's really athletic, energy guy. Yeah, we got a lot of young guys though, but you have to understand we're trying to move on to the future. We're trying to usher in the Maxi era. But I have to, hey, like I said last night, I never thought I would be saying this. I never thought that I would be on board with agreeing what is happening. But I like the way that the Sixers and Embiid are thinking. I like the way Embiid is thinking. He's thinking about, now he's starting to think about, okay, I've been in the league 10 years now. My playoff resume is pretty much second round or first round exit, or don't make the playoff at all. And when I do make the playoff, I'm always hurt. Do I want to go down as a center like a Tracy McGrady, who could never get past the first round, with the exception of riding the pine and riding the bench or whatever? Do I want to be one of those players that never get out of here without a ring? And I like the way that the Sixers are thinking. I like the way that Daryl Morey is thinking too. And they want to make sure that Maxey is getting that time. Listen, I know it's hard for y'all to understand, but Maxey is that guy for the Sixers. He's the best player on that team. Okay? Regardless of what you want to say. Maxey is going to make he's going to bring the best out of Paul George, because Maxey can make, Maxey can score, Maxey is fun to play with. Joel Embiid is not really fun to play with. He's not fun to play with. I mean, he's fun to watch, but he's not fun to play with. He gets frustrated at his teammates when he has no reason getting frustrated at them for. He can never stay healthy. He takes up a lot of shots. I mean, he could pass sometimes or whatever. He's a good passing big man out of the post, but he's not fun to play with. Maxey is going to get you the ball, and that's what PG wants. PG has to touch the ball. Of course he has. I mean, that's what I've been telling you, man. Like, this guy is a workaholic. Everybody wants to talk about it, like, and this guy is constantly in the gym. He doesn't be always all in the video, all that other stuff. Nah, he just wants to play ball. That's all he wants to do. My goodness, what are y'all doing, man? That's all he wants to do. And the majority of, listen, Ted, the majority of NBA players, man, and NFL players, all they want to do, man, is pretty much go to practice, go to practice, fuck hoes, and either smoke or drink. That's pretty much what the majority of them want to do. You know what I'm saying? And spend money. Especially if you ain't got no family. Of course he is. Now, I'm not going to say that Joel Embiid isn't a gym rat. He just can't stay healthy. To Joel Embiid's credit, he does be in the gym. He works out with Giannis. He works out with Thon Maker. He's worked out with KG. He's worked out with DeAndre Ayton. He's worked out with a lot of his African guys or whatever. But I would really love to see him working more with like Hakeem Olajuwon and guys like that. You know what I'm saying? Like an Alonzo Mourning, because those guys are going to teach him how to be a true big man, and also how to, make sure that you go for longevity because with the way that Joel Embiid is going, we're not looking at Joel Embiid as if he's going to play another 5 years. Yeah, I like this game. No, I mean he's got a lot of heart. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and say that Joel Embiid is. Listen, you just don't use your brain. Why would you? Why? This is the thing about Joel Embiid, right, Stephen? Okay, you're telling everybody that you're hurt. You just had surgery on your meniscus. Okay, and you've had problems with your meniscus. You've had a torn meniscus for at least the past 2 seasons. And shout out to Lamont, FYF debate, Lamont, because Lamont was really on this. We had been talking about, it was a while back when Lamont had came on my channel. Salute to Lamont, man. Haven't seen him in a while, but salute to FYF. But I talked to him, it was a long time ago, and he said that Joel Embiid has been playing on a torn meniscus for a very long time. So he just now had surgery on it. Why are you going to sit up there and you're going to say, oh, okay, yeah, I'm hurt and all this other stuff. I'm playing on one leg and da 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 da. But then you go to France, you go to Paris, and you go play. Why would you do something like that? No, sit down. Why wouldn't you just shut it down for the rest of the season? Oh man, what? All this. It just makes no sense, man. I mean, it's great that you want to try to help your team, but what you don't realize is that you're doing this every single season. Every single season, you're coming in hurt. All you have to do is you have to have trust in Maxey. Maxey is only going to learn to grow through failure, man. You know what I'm saying? Kobe, he had to get out there on his own sometimes without Shaq. Mike, he had to get out there without Pippen. Him and Rodman, it was just him and Rodman once upon a time. Okay? So we got to look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're not going to have your counterpart, man. It is what it is. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, they've had to learn how to play without each other sometimes. All right, man. Aaron, this game went down to the wire. Actually, the Jets actually had the game. They had that that Hail Mary before the half. That was a crazy one. Now at the beginning of the game, Aaron Rodgers was missing a few reads. I'm not going to blame Aaron Rodgers for this one. I'm not going to blame Aaron Rodgers for this one. Okay? It was a tough loss, but they're always coming up short. It was a very tough loss. I'm not going to blame Aaron Rodgers for this one. At the beginning of the game, you could have said that, but I think it was 24 for 35 in terms of completion, but he did throw an interception. He did have a touchdown. I think he had 189 yards. Josh Allen, pretty decent. I think he had like 234 yards. 234 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interception. Good completion percentage too as well. Josh Allen was balling out, but we know what Josh Allen is going to do. And I like the way that Josh Allen, he escapes and everything. But the thing about Josh Allen, you have to wonder about Josh Allen. Is Josh Allen going to show up when necessary? Is Josh Allen going to show up when it counts? That's the same thing that I was saying about Lamar Jackson. You said Maxie can learn from Eric Gordon. Yeah, and we got Eric Gordon. Yeah, I forgot about that. Eric Gordon is a professional, man. I don't think Aaron Gordon Aaron Gordon really didn't want the bullshit though. You know, Aaron Gordon just wants to stay low key, do what he was. But a lot of people got to realize he was Mr. Illinois at one time. Yeah, he was Mr. Illinois. He come out of Chicago too. Well, area of Chicago. I don't know if it's exactly Chicago. What's up, beautiful? Make sure y'all go follow I Am She, representing that ATL, shorty. Hey, I Am She, did you see that Young Dro and T.I. Video? Well, it's Young Dro and T.I. interview on the Breakfast Club. It was crazy, but make sure y'all go follow I Am She. She does food. She's on Facebook, IG, all the platforms, pretty much. She's into food, traveling, that sort of thing. So make sure y'all follow the sister I Am She, the beautiful I Am She. Okay, yeah, you need to check it out. Young Dro was talking about his, because Young Dro was addicted. He had a real bad drug addiction. And, he was talking about it, with T.I. Of course, they're promoting new music, but it's crazy because T.I. said that, he was done rapping, but he's promoting new music with Young Dro. But anyway, Young Dro was about to slap one of his homeboys for laughing when he was trying to tell a story. It was crazy. What did you say, Stephen Green? You said blame the Jets front office. Yeah, I can't disagree with you on that. Yeah, but see, the Jets, man, the thing about the Jets, and we talked about this, Stephen, the Jets at one time were always consistently get into like the AFC. You know what I'm saying? They'll miss a couple years and they'll get to the AFC championship. They'll be a wild card team, but they'll get to the AFC championship, but they never could get over the hump. The only time they won a Super Bowl was in the 60s. Yeah, go check it out, man. Go check it out. I think you'll like it. I know you heard about Wanda Smith too. I Am She too. R.I.P. Wanda Smith. I'm talking about, because, she's from Atlanta and everything, so. Nah, man, but it went down to the wire. But like I said, I don't blame Aaron Rodgers on this. I don't blame Aaron Rodgers on this. You know what I'm saying? They played a good game. They just came up short. Now we got to see how he's gonna adapt to this to the coaching. But Aaron Rodgers, man, he shot himself in the foot though. I'm not gonna feel no sympathy for him. He the one that got Salah fired. Salah didn't deserve to be. He didn't deserve to be fired. Now I wasn't the biggest Salah fan, and I did. Yeah, he played well. Yeah, she passed away, man. She was young too. I was wondering how she passed away or whatever. I always remember, that cat. I didn't want to bring that up in the, when I put it in my community post about her and Cat Williams and stuff like that. It wasn't the time. You never know who's looking at it and stuff. But Aaron Rodgers, yeah, he did play well. But the thing about it is Aaron Rodgers, we all know that he got Salah fired. Salah didn't deserve to be fired. I mean, was he the greatest coach? No. But Aaron Rodgers needed to take accountability for that too. Aaron Rodgers wasn't even playing well. He didn't play well. Um, what the last like the 2 games before before Salah got fired, he was playing horrible. Yeah, he did. And see, that's the thing. They could have worked with that. See, at this point of his career, Aaron Rodgers got to realize that he doesn't have the same mobility. The accuracy is not there like what it once used to be. He's not that. He's not gonna be doing all that stuff that he used to do in Green Bay and stuff like that anymore, man. This is an older guy, man. Time has caught up to Aaron Rodgers. Injuries have caught up to him. So, but let's go ahead and let's talk about what everybody really wants to talk about. I think I saw Too Raw talking about this. Shout out to Too Raw for TV. I was actually going to touch on this myself. Now LeBron, make sure y'all go sub to Too Raw for TV. Now LeBron, he don't want anybody bringing up Bronny James and all this other stuff. Oh yeah, Brandon Love Sports was talking about this too. Shout out to Brandon too. Make sure y'all go sub up to Brandon Love Sports too, man. Now LeBron is crying and complaining, talking about, yeah, man, I don't want nobody bringing up Bronny. Man, listen, man, you were the one. Did you or did you not want your son to play in the NBA? Did you or did you not want your son on the Lakers roster, much less? You were the one that asked for this. So now it's your job to face the music, man. You got to face the smoke. Any questions that they're going to ask you questions. Why isn't your son playing that well? They're going to ask you that. You can't get mad about that. You can't get mad about that. Your son is in the NBA right now. Your son is not a baby no more. Okay? You need to get that out of your head. The questions that might seem offensive and everything like that, they've asked you before. We know how passive aggressive that how LeBron can be. Yeah, and if he gets booed, hey. And now I'm gonna tell you this. There's 2 things that could possibly come from this situation. Okay, and I'm talking about Bronny. He could be, like I said before, and I've said this before, Ted, I am she and Steven. I've said this before. Bronny can be really, 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 really great from this situation. I'm talking about it can anger him so much. It could motivate him so much to get his ass in the gym. Don't say shit to nobody. Come out with vengeance. Something proves. Sort of like Ant-Man. Okay, you know how they talked about Ant-Man. They said, okay, I always use Ant-Man right now as a measuring stick because Ant-Man tends to get better every single season. Okay? Regardless of all the social media bullshit or whatever, Ant-Man gets better every season. You see the progression of Ant-Man. You see his shot getting better. You see him playing under control. You see him advancing in the playoffs. You see him being a leader. So, now, I'm not saying that he has Ant-Man capabilities or no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have the talent that Ant-Man has or anything like that. But the mentality, if he's got to have that mentality. You're either blessed with that mentality to come back with vengeance, or you could just be who you are and just coast through the career and maybe last maybe 2, 3 seasons, 4 seasons at the most, and never be heard of again. Somebody said that when LeBron retires, that's when Bronny James is gonna retire. So I don't feel sorry. I don't feel sorry for this situation. This is what you asked for. This is what you wanted. You wanted your son in here. You sat up there. You got JJ Redick up in there. It was all good when you were talking to the media before y'all touched the hardwood together. You put all this pressure on him with all these expectations. You expecting your son to go out there and after damn near losing his life, okay? Barely playing any college ball, barely having a off season, barely having a training camp. Then you want him to backdoor right away after only playing a not even good college, a good full college season. Then you want to throw him in the fire with all these horses that have been in the NBA, that have been training. You want him to face a Terrence Shannon Jr. who's way more athletic. You want him to face a Ja Morant who done been through adversity, who already done been to the Western Conference Final. You want him to face a goddamn Ant-Man who can jump out of this world, probably jump over his ass, okay, who has been through the rigors of an NBA season, who has been through the ups and downs, who's been through the playoffs. You want him to face a SGA who's been through adversity. Are you out of your fucking mind? And you think that this guy is just automatically just going to come there? Of course he's going to look like a deer in headlights. Of course he's going to look like he don't know what the fuck he's doing. That's what he's supposed to look like. You're setting him up for failure. And I know some people are gonna be like, well, straight, you said you want him to make it. Yeah, I want him to make it, but I never said that he was ready. I said he needed time, and I said that his brother was better. Bryce is going about it he's going about it the right way. He's not being rushed, and that's why Bryce is going to be a better player. I don't know to what extent. We don't know to what extent Bryce is going to be better, but he'll be better than Bronny because he's already got the physique, or I should say the build that's getting ready. Bryce is getting ready to be 6'8", possibly 6'9", 6'10". Well, AD is trying to be the leader. AD is trying to get more front court help. I mean, yeah, you got Rui, Christian Woods and stuff. But, AD needs more front court help. You know what I'm saying? The offense needs to run through AD. I agree with you 100%. Yeah, he's gonna play the first game. They're gonna go ahead and get it out of the way. But listen, man, you have to understand that the NBA has sponsors. I mean, you could look at it like this, Ted and Steven and IMC. You could look at it like this. It could possibly be good from a standpoint of, because whether it's good controversy or bad controversy, it's always going to sell. So the Lakers, that's what Jeannie Buss wants. She doesn't want championships. She's not focused on championships. She came out and said LeBron is still a bargain. That tells you where her mindset is. So what she's seeing is an opportunity. She's trying to capitalize off of LeBron James and Bronny James. That's all she's trying to capitalize. Now, if you would have ran into Dr. Bus with this situation, God rest his soul, Dr. Bus would have did possibly a couple of these things. You gotta have talent, man, and you gotta show that you actually winning. He wouldn't have had a problem with it, but can Bronny go out there and at 6'2" go through the lane like a John Morant and have people jumping out of their seat like goddamn Matumbo, or God rest his soul, at a dunk contest at 6'2"? Are you doing that type? By the time half court coming up, you already know some of the language that they're talking and stuff like that. He has no clue about any of that, man. And like I said, it's no like I said, I don't put all the blame on Bronny. Okay, he truly doesn't look motivated out there to play like that. Yeah, it meant a lot. Yeah, he wants the showmanship. Dr. Bus, he wanted the bright lights. He loved the women. He loved the stars and stuff like that. Yeah, he loved that. But what did he love more than all of that? He loved to win. And of course he loved the money, but he loved to win. He wanted titles. You know what I'm saying? When Jerry West was there, man, they wanted titles and stuff like that. And Jerry West was right. I'm gonna talk about this in a separate video. He came out before he had passed away and stuff like that. He had voiced his displeasure as to what was the straw that broke the camel's back between the relationship between them. You know, and he said it was really over something petty, and it was. But to get back to Bronny, and LeBron James, this is what you wanted. This is what you wanted. Now you got what you want. You here now. You can't force your son to be a goddamn fucking Dame Lillard in a couple of months. That's not happening. That's not happening. You can't force your son to be an Isaiah Thomas, and I'm talking about, little guys. I'm talking about guys, around his height or whatever. It's not happening, man. It's looking like, right now, like he couldn't even be a quality role player in the NBA. And then also you're messing up his stock too. Yeah, like that's the thing. Everybody focuses. That's another thing too. That's what I also want to focus on too. This, NBA teams would let Bronny score. Won't let Bronny score. Yeah, exactly. They know how to stop him, man. Listen, man. The best thing that Bronny can do right now is first of all, he got a soul search, and he got to decide. Okay, do I really truly want to play with my dad? Is this something I really want to do? Is the NBA something for me? Am I gonna stay here for a long time? Do I want to be one of the greats? Do I want to be a Hall of Famer? This, that, and the third, or whatever. Or do I just want to hey, this isn't for me, man up and tell my pops, okay, this isn't for me, because like he doesn't look, truly motivated to play. It looks like his father is taking the fun out of everything. You know what I mean? Nah, you can't. I agree with that, Stephen. You said the NBA. Yeah, I mean, they're trying to do that. Could Bronny score a basket in the NBA? Maybe if he trade. The best thing that Bronny could do right now, Ted and Steven, the best thing that he could do, to be honest with you, is just be a really work on being a spot up shooter because guys don't even respect his jumper really. So like you need to be consistent. You need to be doing what Tyrese Maxey is doing. What I would do. Listen, this is what if you're smart, if Bronny is smart, and if LeBron is smart, Tyrese Maxey is is Bronny's height. Okay, about 6'1", about 6'1" or whatever. You know what I'm saying? 6'1", 6'2" ish. Tyrese Maxey is with Clutch Sports. Why not go work out with Tyrese Maxey? I'm saying in the off season. You need to work on. You need to work on. Just like when that ball comes to you, you need to reach for the ball. Like I was taught to reach. You gotta reach for that motherfucker and go get that motherfucker. And then once you get it, you gotta be assertive, man. You have to be assertive, man. Like you want that shit. Like when you looked at Jordan, that motherfucker. Like when you play in the guard position, look at some of the guards that play. Okay, I want you to really listen to me. Yeah, Kyle Korver's a good one too. Shooting coach. Phil Handy's not there no more. I mean, Phil Handy would let her. You need to be with a guy like first off, get with a guy like Byron Scott. Get your conditioning right. You know what I'm saying? Get your shit together, whatever. It sucks that Kobe's not here no more. Kobe would have worked the shit out of him. Okay, but if you look at the great guards, man, what they did when they got the ball, they asserted themselves. They asserted themselves. They were real assertive, and they got the ball, and you knew that they meant business. Okay, you had like for all the shit that they talk about Jason Tatum, he knows how to assert himself. When Giannis gets the ball, he knows how to assert himself. When you look at Jordan and how he takes that step up once he gets that ball, he deciding on what move to make. Like 9 times out of 10, they'll tell you they don't know what they're gonna do. They don't know what they're gonna do when they're out there or whatever. You gotta assert yourself. Then guys will start taking you more serious. Like when you look at Tyrese Maxey, guess what? Nah, I'm pulling this motherfucker. I'm pulling this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you're gonna have to play. If I miss it, oh well, fuck it. Get back on defense. Nah, you want to feel all sorry for yourself. Nah, it's not how it works. Jalen Brunson, he's real assertive. He asserts himself. Look at how they assert themselves. Go look at how Isaiah Thomas would play. He was assertive. He was a floor general. Baron Davis, he was really good at asserting himself. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be like, okay, I'm out here now. Nigga, you wearing that goddamn uniform. That's what they looking for. Kobe, he said, oh well, I shoot an air ball. All right, I'm gonna come back next season. I'm gonna bust your ass. And that's what Anthony Edwards did. You know what I'm saying? They talk all that shit about Anthony Edwards, Campman, all this other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Cameron and all this other stuff. Look at him now. And he kept them receipts. Look, that's how you do it. They talking all this shit, you daddy's boy, you privileged and nepotism, all this other bullshit. Use that as motivation. That's what you're supposed to do. I know this ain't no straight gems or nothing like that, but man, Bronny get around me, man. Shit. Man. You gotta assert that motherfucker, man. And listen, man, you gotta be even now in the season. Kobe didn't matter if it was a season or not, man. He was still putting up 1,000. He was still putting up 1,000 because he wanted to be better than Jordan. And I just don't think that. I just don't think that Bronny has that mentality. You know, I just don't think that he has that mentality though. But we'll see what happens, man, going forward. The season now is going to begin in 8 days. We count down. Uh, really going to see what takes place, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's gonna take place. You said the Pistons look good. Yeah, they do. They do. JB, JB Bickerstaff. They. You see, one person's trash is another person's treasure, and the thing about it is JB. The thing about it, JB Bickerstaff was never trash. He actually turned that Cleveland team, back to somewhat to where it was. You know what I'm saying? When LeBron had left, let's just call it what it is. Nobody was paying attention to Cleveland like that. You know what I'm saying? But then you had a team that could actually go some places or whatever. Donovan Mitchell, that was his fault. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take it a step further. I don't even think Darius Garland likes playing with Donovan Mitchell. Well, yeah, I mean he has to. He has to. Cade Cunningham can do both. You know what I'm saying? He and another thing that's good about Cade Cunningham too. He's a great rebounder. You got to realize, man. One preseason game, he had like 12 rebounds, 12, 13 rebounds. He had like 25 points, 12 rebounds. And Cade Cunningham is somebody that you want to keep that. Like, Cade Cunningham has been putting in work. It's just that nobody has been able to see it. They're not going to show no Pistons games. But here you got a guy that's hella talented. Now you got to put him on display. And JB Bickerstaff, I think he sees that. But yeah, I like what the Pistons are doing. The question is this is the question. Can can they just can they get back to that championship pedigree that because the people act like the Pistons weren't champions or something, man. The, the Pistons had expectations at one time. You know what I'm saying? Um, with first off with um with Chauncey Billups in them, and then with with Isaiah now. You said 25 games, damn. Woo, man. Yeah, yeah. we gonna see all of them crying again by All Star break, huh, Ted? Just like they were last year. They gonna try to blame Mike Budenholzer. Yeah, man. Yeah, they gonna try to blame Mike Budenholzer, man. That's what they gonna do. I already know. By All-Star break, we're gonna see Bradley Beal crying and stuff. That's because Bradley Beal don't want to be coached. But like I'm like, damn, you dealt with Scott Brooks. You dealt with Scott Brooks. You know what I'm saying? But that's what Bradley Beal want to act entitled, but you haven't accomplished nothing. I mean, yeah, you made it to the league. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, hey, like I told you, hey Edie, hey Zach Edie, if he stays healthy, man, he is gonna destroy guys, man. Just annihilating them last night. He was killing Indiana, man. He was killing Wiseman. He was killing Wiseman. He was killing everybody. They had no answer for him. I think he had 23 last night. And then they got some Asian dude on there, man. There's a little Asian dude on there, man. He was doing some nice passes, man. He was like 5'8", little Asian cat. Yeah, and they have defense. See right there, you have two very good rim protectors. Hell, Jaren Jackson Jr. is a great rim protector. I don't know why I said good. He's a great rim protector. He's always in the top three and top 3 to 5 in blocks. Between him, Bam, and of course we got the emergence of Wemby. So this is gonna be an exciting season, man. Steven Adams. Yeah, Steven Adams gone. Yeah, Grizzly. Grizzly gone. Grizzly over there in H-Town. He over there in H-Town. How the Clippers going? Oh, man, I don't want BJ to be mad at me, bro. Shout out to Pull Up Podcast. I know he finna come on here and invite me mad, but nah, I told BJ, man. Shout out to Pull Up Podcast. Definitely go sub to the brother BJ, man. Listen, I told BJ, man, they're trying to build this shit around James Harden again. It's going to depend on the health of Kawhi. I mean, Kawhi's not going to play the first couple games of the season. I mean, you got Norman Powell. I like Norman Powell. You still got somewhat of the team that you had or whatever, but it's all going to come down to, you still need that those stars. You know what I'm saying? You lost PG and you lost Russell Westbrook. Now they they didn't really do that much, in the now Russell Westbrook, the first year he was there, he did a lot for him, but when they ran into Dallas, unfortunately, they were unable to capitalize. You said the Clippers will be James Harden show. Yeah, I mean that's what he's gonna do. He gonna go up there, he gonna score his buckets, do all that other silly shit or whatever, and then not be successful. James Harden don't want to win championships, man. He don't want to be champions. Like look at Anthony Edwards' mentality, and look at James Harden's mentality. Okay. Look at Ja Morant's mentality. Look at James Harden's mentality. Look at SGA's mentality. Look at James Harden's mentality. You understand what I'm saying? Hell, look at Luka's mentality. Look at James. Look at Luka's success rate. I mean, James Harden had gotten to the finals and everything. What's it called? Luka has been to the finals and been to the Western Conference Finals. You know what I'm saying? Already in his young career, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Already being talked about. MVP conversation. Not begging for that motherfucker. See you at the crossroads, crossroads, crossroads. See you at the crossroads, crossroads, crossroads. Hey, now I'm gonna be living in a hateful world, living in a hateful world. What I give my dog and I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. That was my song. Yeah, we pray, we pray, we pray, we pray, we pray. Every day, every day, every day, every day. Hey, shout out to Ohio. Living in a hateful world, living in a hateful world, living in a hateful world, man. I used to fuck with Bone, man. Bone was running shit at one point in time, man. Everybody wanted to rap fast. You either wanted to be like Bone, Twister. A lot of people don't realize this, man. Luda raps real fast too, especially in that song "Cut Up" with him and Twister. She know, hey, you know about Luda, man. Luda went hard, bruh. Luda went hard, especially I like it's Saturday. That's my song, and see, it was a funny song, but it was a serious song because he talked about different guns in there. He talked about different guns, talking about like his Desert Eagle and shit like that. But he was doing it in a comical way or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Ben Hill, word of mouth. Yup, Ben Hill. I thought, but you know what though? He really was from Chicago though. He was a DJ in Chicago, Mister Lover Lover, Chris Lover. That's what he was. Yeah, I fuck with Luda, man. I don't like what happened between him and DTP and Chingy and all them or whatever. Matter of fact, what's it called? The Saint Lunatics got a lawsuit. Saint Lunatics suing Nelly. Yeah, man. I talk about everything on here. Don't get it twisted. I talk about everything. Everything in my Cat Williams voice. I talk about everything, man. I am she. You know what I'm saying? She said, I am she. Yep, we definitely gonna talk about. I've been kind of this stuff with P Diddy, man, is getting out of hand. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about more of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk about the R. Kelly situation with with his daughter, coming out and all that. You know what I'm saying? Saying what R. Kelly had done and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Then Go Yayo. Man, shout out to Go Yayo, man, but man, you need to stay your ass out of jail. Go Yayo looking for the smoke and everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, we talk about everything over here, man. Like, man, ain't nothing. Listen, bro. I'm really about to I need to be talking about that situation, that's fitting to arise. You said DK Metcalf this Shannon shot after Shannon gave him by died and better. DK. Well, all right. Well, he think he know everything, but he don't want to listen to a champion. He don't want to listen to a guy that's actually running shit right now. Shannon Sharp is running shit right now. In terms of media and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Shannon Sharp was doing his thing. He was seen as the best tight end in the league at one point. Him and Antonio Gonzalez. You know what I'm saying? Or Tony Gonzalez. My bad. But yeah, he got another gear to get to, man. Like, man, if you ain't Travis Kelsey status or Gronk, none of them guys, man, you still got. I mean, you talented and everything, but you still got another level that you got to get to. You know. But yeah, man. And I also want to talk about that Gucci situation. As much as I like Guap, I fuck with Guap. You know what I'm saying? But let's just call it what it is, man. And I fucks with Guap. That situation between him and Gotti and shit. You can't be mad at Gotti. You can't be mad at Gotti, man, for something that Keisha Gior did. We all know what Keisha Gior was doing. We all know what she was doing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she's a pretty female and everything, but she chose him. You know what I'm saying? That's the way the game goes. She chose him. You can't be mad about that. But then you're going to try to switch it up and say, oh, yeah, well, you put it on 10-17 or something like that. Nah, we know what it was. But that's a whole nother subject. I'm not going to get into that. Hey, I'll be back a little bit later. Make sure y'all hit that like, sub to the channel. If you're not a member, also hit the notification so that you're able to get all of my content as well as all of my videos. Straight to the point, sports and entertainment, man. I'll get at you later.